Hello student, our new chapter is consumer protection. Consumer is the origin of modern marketing world. That means business depend on consumer. Businessman he is going to sell his goods to the consumers, and because of that consumers are the pillar of economic development because the business will earn its profit from the consumer. If consumers are going to buy goods from the business, then only business can earn profit, and this will lead economic development of the country. All the production and manufacturing activities are undertaken by the business organization so as to satisfy consumers. The base of business is to provide goods and services to the consumers so that consumers are happy and they get maximum satisfaction. This is the aim of the businessman, and in return they get profit. Although the main aim of the business is to satisfy consumer, but sellers in the market they cheat consumers by adopting various tactics. Sometimes they charge high prices for the goods. Sometimes there is artificial scarcity created so that the price of the goods rises. There are black marketing, there are adulteration, that means making something of poor quality. There are so many misleading advertisements showing. Sometimes it is shown in advertisement that if you will use this medicine you will be fat within a week, or you will become slim within a week, so you will get long hair within 1 or 2 usage. So these kind of misleading advertisements are there so many. So in these way consumers are exploited. Chandrasekhar Prabhakar, a resident of Shankar Nagar, filed a complaint with Nagpur District Consumer Grievances Forum seeking compensation of rupees 4 lakh after he found some solid objects inside sealed bottle of soft drinks. He had bought 6 various brands of the soft drinks, 2 bottles each of Maaza, Coca-Cola, Sprite from the shop near his house. So based on that, the district forum earlier gave a ruling after finding Coca-Cola, its bottle supplier Superior Drinks Private Limited and distributors Balaji Sales guilty of supplying drinks unfit for human consumption, which was upheld by the State Consumer Commission. So this is one of the example of many problems that consumer might have to face in the purchase, use and consumption of goods and services. So that's why every consumer should have adequate knowledge of the product and services regarding the quality, quantity, price of the product, standard, etc. The word consumer is derived from the Latin word consumere, which means to eat or to drink. So that means a consumer is a person who consumes commodity or services available from natural resources or through a market. A consumer is a person who buy any goods, hire service or services for in exchange of money which has been paid or promised to be paid in future. We all are consumers when we buy any commodity like food, grain, milk, etc. Or if we use any services like bank, railway, post office, hospitals, etc. Rights of consumers. Imagine that you bought earphone for yourself. When you went back to home, you realized that it is not working. Now the good news is that you have the right as a consumer. These rights protect you when the product is defected or when you are being cheated by the manufacturer, salesman or shopkeeper. On 15th March 1962, then President of USA J.F. Kennedy, he declared certain rights of consumers, and that day is observed as World Consumer Rights Day. Consumer rights protect consumers from being cheated by the salesman, manufacturer, and shopkeeper. The business should aim to meet the need of the consumers and to provide full satisfaction. Every consumer should be aware of his rights and use of them in his daily life for protection. Consumers have to fight for their rights and put pressure on business, manufacturer, and trader for safeguarding their rights. Rights of consumers. First, right to safety. You have the right to the products that are safe to use. It is the responsibility of the manufacturer to make safe product for the consumers. That means that the product should not be hazardous to the health or life. For example, tools and appliances must include safety devices. Another example is that whenever you buy product, there is always expiry date is mentioned on the product. Or whenever you buy any electronic item, you get booklet then that how to use that appliance safely. Government of India has given safety standard in the form of egg mark, ISI, BIS, hallmark, etc. So whenever you see egg mark on the product, that means that product is safe to use. Second, right to information. Consumers should be provided with adequate information about all the aspects of the goods and services like price, name of manufacturer, content used, batch number if any, date of manufacturing, expiry date, user manual, safety instruction, etc. Consumer can make wise decision only if they have information they need. For example, drug companies always mention the list of complete content of every medicine. Same way, packaged food always show ingredient with the main one listed first. So companies provide information through product labeling. Right to choose. According to this right, consumer should be given full freedom to select an article as per his requirement, liking, and purchasing capacity. That means there should not be any monopoly in the market. If there is monopoly, consumer will not have any option. They have to select only the one product which is available in the market. So there will not be any free market. Consumer will not get any chance to select any product. So this should not happen. Choices should be available to the consumer across the basket of the goods. Services like telecommunication, travel, tourism, banking, electronics, fast moving consumer goods, FMGC goods, etc. If there is free market, automatically price will be lower, quality will be high, there will be improved services. Competition provide choices, a lack of it hurts consumers. Fourth, right to be heard. Every business organization should listen and solve the complaints of the consumers. Consumers have the opportunity to voice their complaints to consumer forums, or they can approach salesman or manufacturer. Suppose you buy a new mobile and after using for some days you realized that it is hanging, it is not working properly, then you can approach salesman and you can complain about the mobile that you are not satisfied with the product. So you have this right. As a consumer, you can also give suggestions to manufacturer or trader on certain matters like quality, quantity, price, packaging, etc. Nowadays, even consumers can file online complaints also through portal or mobile applications. Right to consumer education. Every consumer has the right to know about the consumer rights and solution to their problems. This right creates consumer awareness. An aware consumer can make good right decision, and he can choose the right product and services and protect his right and interest from the exploitation of unscrupulous businessmen. Thus consumer education become priority, especially in case of rural areas where consumers are not aware of their rights and they are being exploited by the local businessman traders. It is necessary to give education and training regarding the prevailing acts and legal process from time to time. Even the government, media, NGOs play a vital role in this regard. For example, you may have seen ad of Jago Grahak Jago campaign. So motive of this campaign is to educate consumer about their rights. Sixth, right to represent. The Act provides an opportunity to individual and consumer groups to represent consumers' interest before consumer forums. Consumer forum is the organization that help represent consumer interest. They guide the consumer in the process of filing the complaint in the court when they are exploited and help in spreading consumer protection awareness. So this act allows the consumer to be represented by a person who is not a professional advocate. So this person is general individual. He doesn't have that legal knowledge. This provision is the recognition of consumer rights to represent. Seventh, right to redressal. When a consumer feels he is being exploited, he has the right to approach consumer court to file a complaint. A consumer court is the forum that hears the complaint and provide justice to the party that has been hurt. Only filing a complaint is not enough to give justice to consumer. So this right implies fair settlement of the claim. This right enables the consumer to demand repair or replacement or compensation for the defective product and poor services. Consumer must make complaints for their genuine grievances. Many a times their complaint may be of a small value, but its impact on the society as a whole may be very large. They can also take the help of consumer organization in seeking redressal of their grievances. According to Consumer Protection Act, three-tier quasi-judicial consumer dispute redressal machinery is established for the settlement of claim, such as district commission at district level, state commission at state level, and national commission at national level. Consumers are protected from business malpractices. Eighth, right to healthy environment. The responsibility to be aware and to understand the environment consequences of our consumption. We should recognize our individual and social responsibility to conserve natural resources and protect the earth for future generation. So all the consumer have the right to healthy and clean environment. Consumer can demand action against pollution causing business organization. Many consumer choices can affect the environment. Some vehicles emit more exhaust than others. Some materials, such as certain plastic, cannot be recycled and do not decompose easily. Illegal dumping can harm natural habitat. All these things contribute to pollution and contamination of air, water, and land. Pollution is caused by the waste from the product as well as the way we use them. People and business must help to reduce it by making choices that are good for the environment. Ninth, right to protect from unfair business practices. So, all the consumers should be protected against unfair business practices such as black marketing, profiteering, faulty weights and measures, charging high prices for the goods, adulteration, like for some time when we buy milk, traders they add water or some other chemical to the milk which harm health of consumers. So these type of practices should be avoided. Sometime to make the food item very attractive, a lot of artificial colors are used which are also harmful for the health. 10th, right against spurious goods. Spurious means fake goods. So this right is against the marketing of goods which are hazardous to health, or they are fake, they are false, and they pose a danger to life itself.